6 months ago, we published an in-depth assessment of travel safety conditions in Venezuela. At that time, the conclusion was already clear. Venezuela was not a safe destination for leisure travel, business travel, or routine visitation, and conditions were deteriorating rather than improving. What has unfolded in the past 24 hours requires an immediate update. Overnight, reports emerged of direct United States government action in Caracas under the Trump administration. While details are still evolving and information is incomplete, the mere presence of active foreign government involvement in a capital city is enough to fundamentally change the risk profile for travelers. Regardless of political views, ideology, or narrative framing, this represents a significant escalation in an already volatile environment. When travel risk professionals assess safety, we are not judging motives or assigning blame. We are looking at consequences. The consequence of sudden geopolitical escalation is uncertainty, unpredictability, and rapid degradation of security conditions. That alone is sufficient to elevate risk to extreme levels. Caracas was already struggling with chronic instability, infrastructure failures, rolling power outages, fuel shortages, hyperinflation, crime, corruption, and limited access to medical care were persistent issues long before last night. What changes now is the pace at which conditions may worsen and the likelihood of sudden events that travelers cannot reasonably anticipate or escape. One of the most important principles in travel safety is recognizing that advisory language often lags reality. Governments do not always update advisories in real time, but risk on the ground can change in minutes. This is one of those moments. Non-United States travel advisories have been consistently clear about Venezuela for some time. Global Affairs Canada has long advised travelers to avoid all travel to Venezuela due to political instability, civil unrest, crime, arbitrary detention, and a lack of consular assistance. The United Kingdom Foreign Office has maintained a similar position, warning of violent crime, shortages of basic necessities, and the inability of British authorities to provide meaningful assistance to citizens in distress. Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade has likewise advised against all travel, citing extreme risks and rapidly deteriorating security conditions. These advisories were not issued lightly, and they were not theoretical. They reflected years of compounding risk. What last night's developments do is remove any remaining ambiguity. This is no longer a question of elevated risk. It is a question of unacceptable risk. Travelers must understand that when geopolitical events involve foreign governments, especially those with a history of sanctions, intelligence activity, or military engagement, the effects ripple quickly through airports, border crossings, hotels, communications networks, and financial systems. Flights can be suspended with little notice. Airspace restrictions can be imposed suddenly. Local authorities may tighten checkpoints, restrict movement, or detain foreigners for questioning. Even travelers with legitimate reasons for being in country can find themselves caught in situations they cannot control. Another factor that cannot be ignored is the risk of misidentification. In volatile environments, foreigners are often perceived through the lens of international politics, rather than individual intent. A passport alone can change how a person is treated at a checkpoint or during a routine interaction. This risk applies not only to Americans, but to travelers from allied nations, dual citizens, journalists, NGO workers, and corporate personnel. For families, tourists, and cruise travelers, the answer is straightforward. Venezuela is not safe to travel to. There is no justification for discretionary travel under current conditions. For business travelers and corporate travel managers, the situation is even more serious. Any organization with personnel currently in Venezuela should be executing contingency plans immediately. That includes communication checks, evacuation planning, cash access verification, and coordination with security providers. Waiting for formal advisory updates or internal approvals can cost valuable time. For travel advisors, this moment underscores why preparedness matters. Clients rely on you not just to book destinations, but to help them understand risk. This is where professional judgment separates transactional booking from true advisory service. If you are a travel advisor watching this is exactly the type of scenario covered in the Certified Travel Safety Advisor program. CTSA training equips advisors to interpret advisories, communicate risk clearly, and guide clients through decisions when conditions change rapidly. For corporate safety professionals, human resources leaders, and travel managers, this is a textbook example of why travel risk management cannot be reactive. The Certified Travel Risk Manager program is built around scenarios like this, where geopolitical events intersect with duty of care obligations. Organizations that have aligned with ISO-based travel risk management principles are better positioned to respond calmly and decisively when events unfold overnight. It is also important to address misinformation and emotional reactions. Social media will amplify rumors, partial truths, and speculation. Travelers and families may feel fear or confusion. The role of a safety professional is not to escalate panic, but to provide clarity. The clarity here is simple. Venezuela was already unsafe. Last night's developments significantly increased uncertainty. That combination demands avoidance, not optimism. If you are currently outside Venezuela and considering travel there, do not go. If you are inside Venezuela, prioritize personal safety, limit movement, maintain situational awareness, and follow guidance from your embassy if available. Understand that assistance may be limited or delayed. Travel is one of the great privileges of our time, but it requires judgment. No destination is worth gambling with your freedom, safety, or life. There will be a time to reassess Venezuela in the future, but today is not that time. We will continue monitoring developments closely and provide updates as information becomes clearer. This channel exists to help travelers, advisors, and organizations make informed decisions in an increasingly complex world. If you are a travel advisor or corporate safety professional and want to be better prepared for moments like this, I encourage you to explore the Certified Travel Safety Advisor and Certified Travel Risk Manager programs. Preparation is not fear, it is professionalism. Stay informed, stay prepared, and most importantly, travel smart.